Okay. Morning, everyone. Molly, do you want to start check-in? You are muted.
I just realized that as my computer was like, you should unmute if you're talking.
Okay.
Yes, I probably should. Uh, so we'll just make check-in really simple. So name, pronouns, where you're coming from, and yeah, an interesting fact about yourself if you want to share one. Um, so I'm Molly Griggs. I am the chair of the Oregon Consumer Advisory Council. I use she, her pronouns. And an interesting fact about me is that I climbed Mount Hood when I was a teenager. And I'll pass it to JD.
Good morning, everybody. It's JD with pronouns they, them, or turtle, and I am in the Springfield, Eugene area, and I have the honor of being on the council. And an interesting fact about me is I used to do 1830s reenactments with all the costumes and the layers and the skirts and the corsets. I don't recommend corsets come back in fashion, truthfully. And with that, I'll pass it off to Marquita.
Hey everyone, I'm Marquita Quarterly. I am one of the vice chairs of OCAC. I'm excited to be here. I would say something that's interesting. I am a business owner. I own and operate a small business called Kingdom Threads. I will pass it to Heather.
Hi, friends. Heather Irwin. I am one of the vice chairs of OCAC. I use she, her pronouns, and split my time between Portland and Eugene. An interesting fact about me is in my early 20s, I did improv comedy. Oh, and I will pass it to, let's go, Charm.
Thanks, Heather. Hey, everyone. Sharmali Nataraja, she, her pronouns. I'm a community engagement analyst for the Office of Recovery and Resilience. And let's see, interesting fact about me. I'm completely obsessed with anything sci-fi and fantasy, especially Lord of the Rings, and I have a Lord of the Rings tattoo somewhere on my body. So I'll pass it to Isra.
Thank you, Sham. This is really beautiful. Thank you. Isra Al-Hayani, she, her. I am admin support, Office of Recovery and Resilience. And interesting thing about me, I love all the things related to creative stuff from the nothing. Like I start learning cake decorating, and I was a cake decorator for a long time, doing fancy cakes for weddings, engagement, and different occasions. And then I have issue with my neck, hands, and then I stopped doing this lovely things. Now I am decorating candles, some trays, anything. I just look at it and then I have it in my imagination in different way. So I start put stuff on it. Yeah, this is the thing about me. Thank you. Okay, Mireya, you're next.
Thank you. And I apologize. I guess I jumped ahead of everyone or myself. But Mireya Williams, she, her, ella. I am the Behavioral Health Metrics and Committee Manager. I've been with OHA for 2 years, and prior to that, I worked with the Oregon Department of Human Services for 22 years. I also live in the Eugene area, so this is where my home is. And something about me, so I used to play basketball from middle school to high school to 2 years of community college basketball or level. Interestingly, I played a forward when I was in high school, and when I got to college, I had to transition to a point guard, which that was a very interesting experience in itself. Yes, not a shooting guard, a point guard. Just to clarify, defense was my thing, not so much the shooting part, but that's just a little bit about me. And Molly, did you go already? You did, okay. Walter.
How you guys? I don't know. I apologize. I was
Uh-oh. Walter have issue with his internet connection.
Yep, I think Walter locked up.
Yeah.
Maybe Luke, do you want to
Yeah.
just introduce yourself? And our question is, share an interesting fact about you. Luke, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, okay, I was muted there. Yeah, I'm still here in Salem, and an interesting fact about me would be I love cats. I have a cat familiar. That's why I often identify as a kitty cat. Meow. Cat people.
Nice. Thank you.
Yay.
We have Walter coming back. Walter?
sorry. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Oh,
we can.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
Walter Bailey, Officer of Recovery and Resilience. Grateful to be here. Person with lived and living experience here in Portland area. A fun fact about me: I used to play the piano and the drums.
Wow.
I was okay. That's it. Grateful to be here. Great to see you guys.
play 'em at the same time, Walter? Just kidding.
But Esther, do we have an agenda for today's meeting?
Our agenda as usual, we're gonna start talking about preparing agenda for next full council strategy and planning meeting. And actually, I have two items from 1 to 2. It's already scheduled. So we're gonna
Mhm.
have Jamie Hanses from 1:15 to 1:30 to give us update about the legislature's sessions and all the stuff related. And then we have MHAO, Tanya Laura Stewart coming to talk about the next Peer Apocalypse conference in May. And we're gonna discuss the registration fee and lodging, reimbursement, all the stuff related. This is gonna be from 1:30 to 2. So from 2 to 3, I leave it open. I have a few things I just marked from emails I received.
Mhm.
So one of them is from Luke to talk about the ECPR training. And Luke
Mhm.
was suggestion to invite some guests into our full council, but I think this one is going to be short for any other guests. So maybe in December we can invite them to talk about this series of ECPR training.
Mhm.
So we're going to discuss this and maybe, I don't know, have a motion to invite them. I'm not sure.
I thought Daniel Fisher came and talked to us before. Did he or did he not?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
so he's going to come back and share with the council, and then we'll talk about doing the training. Is that what I heard?
yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have a motion. I prepared a motion for the last full council, but it didn't get to the floor.
yes.
Right, we
Correct.
had voting challenges.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's good that there's so much interest in coming and presenting again from them.
Mhm.
What else? Luke, have anything else?
Oh, Yeah, I'm just a little curious why we're prioritizing Pure Apocalypse when it's still so far out. I didn't know that there was a deadline so early for us to prioritize this. But yeah, I'm just concerned that if we push it out to December, we're gonna have a really full December meeting too, and it's gonna get delayed again. That's all.
So are you talking about pushing the vote out or which part are you
The
concerned
invite,
about
the
pushing
invite
out?
for the Tanya and Laura Stewart to talk about the peer apocalypse. He said why we are having them in this full council, why we don't push this for December, because we still have time. And I don't think we have that much time. Look, we want to prepare everything's in ahead because you know
Yeah.
there's many changes in our office and we still don't know if we have money to support
Yeah.
all OCAC members to have scholarships like the previous 2 years. So we're gonna talk and discuss all the options available, and maybe one of them is using ARPA funds money
Right.
for that. So that's why we want to make sure everything is ready before the end of the year. So we will start the process early. JD, I see your hand, and then Marquita.
Two quick
I'll
things.
Let's
Is
delay.
go ahead,
Yeah.
Bill. So one of the reasons that we have to move so fast with your apocalypse is that they are selling out fast in years past, and we're expecting the same thing this year. So now the registration is open. When they fill up to a certain amount, they're going to close registration. That's one of the reasons that we want to have this figured out as soon as we can, so that if it's not an option for some reason or another, that we can start to look for alternatives for funding. And then I also wanted to have on the to-do list, I'm going to be finalizing the letterhead that we've been working on to include the compass rose that Luke sent me. And it's a quick vote item, whether people like one or another for letterhead to be on the agenda.
Hey JD, I just wanted to let you know that your audio is not great. I'm having a really hard time hearing you.
It's that way for me too.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes,
Yes.
much.
Much better.
Okay, I switched the microphone to my computer one. Okay, so what I had said is the reason that we have to push so fast with Pure Apocalypse is that it quickly sells out, and if we aren't getting funding through ORR, then we need to know that sooner rather than later so that we can look at other income sources like the ARPA funds. And then the second thing I wanted to bring up is I'd like on the agenda to have a vote on letterhead. I'm going to be doing the finalizing touches with the compass rose that was provided to me from Luke to replace the star that I did. So we'll have two to vote from, and also option C, neither. And so I just would like that to be on the agenda if possible, Ezra.
Marquita?
Hello, everybody. I just wanted to give Luke a little more clarity. This is kind of an emergency meeting that was called for Tanya and Laura to come as soon as possible because there are some things that are changing for next year's peer apocalypse when it comes to OCAC. So we need to get a clear understanding of that and see how we have to proceed moving forward for everyone that wants to go. Thanks.
Right. Okay, I think it's wise to press this out until December then. About the ECPR. Yeah. We have a lot of stuff to vote on anyways for November 13th.
We do have a lot of stuff to vote on. And we definitely want to make sure, Luke, that your agenda items are not falling through the cracks. And I know
okay.
last month's vote situation made it so that it did, and I just want to apologize for that.
It's been going long time, actually.
So
I'm
let's,
the put in a request for ARPA back in like February. It's the way it is.
well, okay, let's put it on the agenda and try and get through that conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I know it's hard to overload the agenda, and like we always take more time than we think we're going to take, but like that, it's kind of a ridiculous amount of time. And I think, you know, like realistically, like the fact that we don't see your face, Luke, and you don't have all of the same access to the reactions and chat functions that the rest of us do makes it easy for you to fall through the cracks. And I don't want that, because it's just not okay.
Thank you for that sensitivity, compassion. I really, really, really appreciate it. I just I'm concerned for who's going to succeed me. Not an easy role to perform in circumstances we have here. Thanks again.
So Isra, what
Yeah,
my understanding is right now we have the first half of the meeting is scheduled with speakers.
yes,
And then the second half, we will be presenting items to vote on.
yes, exactly. And now we have for vote the stuff JD talk about, and then I think we need also to add the updated application for a new membership. The final version. Actually, Luke gonna add things on that application. We have it from yesterday meeting. And
Okay.
he will send it to me, and then I'll share it with everyone. So when we present it, it's gonna be like final draft, and we should vote on it.
So when you send it out, please be clear. This is the final draft. We will be voting on this.
Yes, I will.
Please read it.
And
JD?
oh, sorry to interrupt, but perhaps some language around like that. I think I've seen Rhea use a couple of times. Like, this is not an item that's up for like
For discussion.
yeah, we're not discussing the thing. Like, we're voting on whether or
Yeah,
not
yeah.
we approve the final thing.
Work
'Cause we
already done.
don't need it to turn into a half an hour's worth of discussion about like one line of verbiage. Either it's good as it is or it's not good as it is. And
Mhm.
we vote that way.
Yeah.
Agreed.
JD?
JD, then Marquita.
Yeah, another thing I would like us to discuss as full council is how the transponder training went and really report back. I think that would be very beneficial.
Can that be part of the report out from the
Committee, from the committees and subcommittees.
yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna do vote first and then the report. Okay, for voting, I think these only items we need to vote on. Oh, there is also, if I remember from October full council, there is an items we couldn't vote on. Give me a second, I just want to open.
We didn't get to two of my motions in the last full council. One was the ECPR, and the other one was funding the 7-seat membership selection committee from ARPA funds. We got the vote in for the PSRB survey compensation, but the other one for the membership committee we haven't attended to yet. There's also SWAG that was submitted, OCAC putting ARPA funds into producing swag?
One of the reasons that I really want to nail down the letterhead is because that's also going to potentially go on the swag as well.
Yeah. Yeah, love it. We can get an email address too. We'll be able to move forward with the media kit stuff.
Marquita, I see your hand up. Marquita,
You are muted if you are talking.
okay, maybe she had to step away for a minute.
Yeah.
I was struggling with pushing mute. Sorry, you guys.
That's okay, sorry.
What was I gonna say? I think I forgot. Oh, to the statement of individuals kind of turning the full council into a subcommittee around voting stuff. I think that is very important to start encouraging people in that moment. Like if you want to have a say so in things, it's good to go to the subcommittee. When we bring you here to vote, that's what we're doing. Either it's a yes or a no.
Yes.
And there was another thing. I had a question around the DEIB committee. I have high hopes that we're gonna finalize the equity statement, and we were gonna vote this Friday to take it to the full council. Will we have to wait to for next month's full council, or will we be able to vote at this one? I mean, bring it to this one this month.
You're saying if on Friday y'all vote that the statement is what you want it, can you bring it to this coming council?
Right, to be voted on by the full council.
I mean, I think we can put a placeholder in the voting section for that, and assuming that it moves forward, we will vote on it.
Molly, if you allow me, so they will vote on it on this tomorrow on DBI committee. But the problem is, I think when they present it, we need a time for discussion about this statement. So do you think we have time to do all these things? Maybe they can present it and then have discussion and voting for full council in December. Just like when they report the DEIB committee, they said we have this statement, we vote on the council, on the committee, and we're gonna bring it for approval for all of you in the next full council. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, I didn't expect for it to be a long drawn out thing. That goes back to my statement before. If you wanted to implement ideas for the statement, you have to come to the subcommittee.
Okay.
I want to bring it, read it. This is what it is. Vote yes or no. Either it's approved or not. I don't think that it's fair to individuals that have been coming faithfully and implementing their insight and doing the work to now it's like, oh, well, we want this in there. I don't think it's fair. I think I should.
I think it's reasonable to move forward as a council with the agreement that the work is done in the subcommittees, that the subcommittees bring things to full council when they're ready, based on the subcommittee activity, and that then full council votes. And if full council has a bunch of questions, then they can vote no and come to the next subcommittee meeting to figure that out.
I think it's fair.
Does that? Yeah, I mean, it does mean that sometimes things will get thrown back into the subcommittee and have to go around again.
It is what it means. But just for time's sake, it does take a lot
but
of
I also think
time.
it means that we stop that we stop the infighting piece over trying to redesign everything in the full council meeting.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Luke, I
I'm here
see
for it.
your hand up.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I just remembered another motion, and that was to continue the effort at outreach to our communities that I was doing several years ago. And I hope that if we don't attend to this in November, that somebody keeps it in our radar so we can vote for this in December. I sent out an example of what I was doing before, and it'd be really helpful to be able to revive that effort of outreach. People always ask me about why OCAC doesn't have more exposure updates so people know what we're doing. So I'm trying to remind us about the motions that need to be attended to, be brought up. I think that was yours, Marquita, at the PDS Media Kit Committee.
Possibly.
Thanks, Luke. I really appreciate you, your ability to keep everything in your brain and help remind us. It's a lot, and I'm not always good at that, so I appreciate you.
Isla's good too, but she needs help as well. We're not all perfect, you know. Yeah, thanks for saying so, Heather. Appreciate you too. We all want to do so much. It's all good stuff.
How does our agenda look, Isra? Is it ridiculously full?
Yeah, I was thinking about there is something we tabled in October was about we want to talk about public comments time in the meeting. So there is an item for discussion and voting, but I'm not sure. Maybe we can put this at the end if we have time. We
Yeah.
can talk about all the stuff related.
To public comment?
Yeah.
Sure, let's put that at the
And
end and continue to just practice our 5 minutes at the start and 5 minutes at the end of all the public sessions for now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the final draft of the bylaws, I didn't receive any updated final draft. I remember last, I'm not sure, is it a full council or strategy and planning? Drake said he gonna add some stuff after have discussion with Marquita about the part for DEIB lenses. And he didn't send me any final draft. I think we need this final draft, and we need to present it also for all OCAC members for vote. I don't remember we vote on the bylaws document.
Will you reach out to Drake for the final draft if he has it?
I'll
Copy
do
me on that communication so I
Sure.
can
I'll do
poke
that.
if I need to.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'll do that.
And Luke, is your hand up again or still up?
It's still up, sorry.
Okay, that's okay. I just want to make sure I'm not ignoring you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, thank
Yeah. Also, there was a holidays and OCAC meetings discussion and voting. This is resolved in each committee, and we rescheduled all the meeting for November and December due to holidays. So we don't need to talk about these things anymore.
Wasn't that vote to council-wide just make that an annual thing that we do so that we always know that we reschedule the holiday meetings?
We can add it, and because it's approved in each committee to be
Okay.
like permanent
Mhm.
for November
Okay.
and December. Maybe we can just mention it for everyone. That's
Yeah.
for November
we
and
can-
December, we're gonna have all the meetings in the third week of those months only, and we will keep it fourth week for other months in the year.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's all I have. If anything else any of OCAC members have, we can add it to the agenda.
I don't think so.
Okay, and Mireya will be there. If there is any questions about the financial things, like scholarship for OCAC for the peer apocalypse or any other questions OCAC members have, she will be there. And yeah, we appreciate her support in this time. Thank you, Mireya.
Of course. Just for my own, I do ask for a little grace since I am learning this environment as well. So, you know, the questions that come up, I may not have an answer right away, but will certainly do my best to find it and get back to you. But I just wanted to share that. Thank you.
Then that is for sure an acceptable answer. We will totally honor, I don't know, and I'll find out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's definitely part of our practice in these meetings, is not expecting everybody to have all of the answers right away. We allow for a lot of grace.
Thank you. Okay, it's look like this gonna be
Marquita,
yeah, Marquita, go ahead.
Since I have Heather and Molly here, are we gonna connect in a short Zoom meeting with Isra pertaining to the phone call with Tanya
sure.
before the full council? Possibly.
Do you wanna like do like a short meeting with Tanya?
Well, I wanted us to connect just so that I could have more clarity of everything for myself, with this being my first time taking the reins on everything peer apocalypse for OCAC.
Okay.
So that I can really understand what's really changing and what's not. Yeah. And so that, yeah, if there's any questions, we can all kind of be on the same page going into the full council.
So do you want to do that next week?
So it's gonna be, is it like Wednesday before the meeting, you mean maybe at 12?
We could do that. Does that work for you, Marquita?
I believe it just may. Let me pull up my calendar really fast.
I mean, I'm gonna plan to be driving at that time to be at the in-person portion. So
Okay.
not work for me.
What
Okay.
person?
Are we having an in-person?
No?
Okay, that's what I thought. JD told me it was gonna be in person and wanted to carpool, and I was like, okay, let's do that. I didn't have it down that way.
No. Oh, thank
Okay.
you mentioned that. No, we didn't
All
talk
right, well
about
then never
making-
mind. Then that should work for me.
Okay, perfect.
That can work for me.
Okay, so if you want, Marquita, I can send all of you and included Tanya. Do you want Laura Stewart to be included or only Tanya?
No, not Tanya. It's just gonna be us.
Oh,
This is just us so that we are.
Yeah, this will just be us, and then we can connect with Tanya and Laura after the full council.
okay.
Okay.
Because I need clarity on some things myself.
Okay. I'll
So
if you
let's
like, I
meet at
can send.
12:30. Do you think it'll take us more than a half an hour, Marquita?
I don't think so.
Okay, so it's gonna be 12 to 12:30.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna
then we'll
send
have
a Zoom link for that meeting.
Okay.
Okay. I'm so grateful, Marquita, to you for handling Pure Apocalypse for the council because I get to handle it for Cascadia, which is,
Mhm.
and I don't think I could navigate doing two sets.
I receive it. It's been interesting.
Yeah,
I'm
I will
running.
echo that. Thanks. I really appreciate you. You work hard for us, and I hope you feel the gratitude that we're sending.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Teamwork make the dream work.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marquita. Yeah.
No
Just,
problem.
just for your information, Molly, Heather, and Marquita, Maria from now on, she will attend the meeting we had before with Bo, the second Thursday from 9:30 to 10. So for next week, we will have this. If you have any question after the full council, any things to follow up, maybe Maria will be having some answers from them. We can meet for this 30 minutes and talk more about the stuff happening.
Okay,
Is-
perfect.
Is Maria sort of covering for Bo while Bo is
Yes.
on leave?
Yes.
Okay. So you are interim or something? Do you have an official
Interim,
title?
interim.
Yes.
Ask and you just answered it. Thanks,
Okay, that
Interim.
is
McNee.
helpful to know. So hi, Maria, glad to know that you are the person who is taking that role. It helps to have that clear.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
excellent.
Agreed. Yeah, it's good to know who's there. It's hard to know what's going on sometimes.
Well,
And-
welcome.
And yes, welcome. And we are sorry if sometimes dealing with us is like dealing with feral cats. We're mostly friendly, but sometimes we run away.
The important thing is that we're learning together, right? We're learning
Yes.
together and we're going through it together. So that's the piece.
True.
And thank you for just allowing me to be here in this space. Marquita, I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Oh no, you're fine. I was done. It feels like Monday.
Ah, just felt like a week of Mondays.
Mm.
All right, well, thank you, everyone. I think that's all we need to do today, right?
I think so.
I appreciate it. Appreciate you
Alright.
all.
Thank you, everyone, and
Thanks,
have a
everyone.
good rest of your day.
I
Thank
think Luke
you.
was trying to say something.
Go
Luke,
ahead, Luke.
Ask Marquita when I need to get that to you for Adrian Scavera's attention. Do you have a timeline? About the peer leadership?
I thought we had agreed that we were gonna pause on that while we do the THW stuff.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Just keep me informed if you can, and I'll touch
Oh, I
base
most
on you too.
definitely will, Luke.
Okay, this is important stuff. Boom.
For sure.
Yeah, appreciate our whole
All
team.
right.
Stay on. Great day.
All right.
Thank you.